All good.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. We are here today to talk about lashes. Couldn't be more excited about where we're headed in the next 2 weeks with one of the biggest launches in this company's history. So, my name is Dr. Sierra Dedeker. Welcome to our monthly science luncheon. Today, I have a very special guest with us, one of my absolute favorites, Anjanelle Davis, who is going to talk to us about lashes. And we're going to do a deep dive into the science
Mhm.
behind them, what makes our ingredients so unique. This woman is phenomenal. So take out pen and paper so that you can grab some notes and some nuggets from what she's going to share with us. She is the Director of Learning and Development for North America and Latin America. She is an international speaker and trains us in the promotion and the positioning of these incredible new skin products. So without further ado, let me hand it over to you, Anjanelle. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. That was a very kind intro, so thank you for that. I am going to go ahead here and share my screen. So just give me 1 second here, hit play. I love Nu Skin. I've been with the company for quite a few years. Oh, are you seeing 2 slides or just one?
I can see two.
Two. Well, sorry. Let me see if I can stop that. Okay, are you seeing one now?
There you go. Yeah, I can see one
There
now.
we go. If all else fails, just start unplugging cords.
Yes.
So yes, we are very excited about the launch of our new lash and brow serum. We do think that this is going to hit the new record. Our last record for the biggest launch was our collagen supplement, the ready to drink supplement. We just it was an amazing product, and this one we think is going to surpass that. We think this is actually going to dominate the industry, and I think it'll become clear why as we start talking through some of these details. So we do think this is going to be one of the biggest launches ever so far, because we do have something even bigger coming at the end of the year. But let me tell you a little bit about the science. And Dr. Dedeker, feel free to jump in at any point in time if you have any questions or want to add any thoughts. So we took a lot of time in developing this product. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But one of the key things to note here is the 4-week mark. And so one of the questions and answers that, Sarah, do you want me to save those for the very end or answer those as we're going?
Go for it. Yeah, I'll keep track of them. If we cover them, let's wrap them in there.
Okay, perfect. That's good because I might forget some of them. So one of the questions that she had sent me to cover, or that this team has been asking, is how soon can you see results? And we love to do clinical studies to scientifically validate any claims that we make. And so our clinical studies started at week 4. And so it is at week 4 that we make claims of when you will start to see results, which is really that. And we're doing that through the nourishing of the lashes and the brows that the formula is providing. Now, please note that this is ophthalmologist tested, which is huge because your eyes you never want to mess around with your eyes. That is a sensitive area, and you want to be using products that are going to be kind to the eye area. So definitely ophthalmologist tested to ensure that it is safe and efficacious in that area. Now, here's your claims. So at 4 weeks, what can you see? At 4 weeks, we can claim that you will see visibly longer, thicker, fuller, and shinier lashes. What about your brows? We claim at 4 weeks that they'll be visibly bolder, fuller, and less brittle. A lot of breakage can happen when your hair becomes damaged. And in the brow area, what women and men are really looking for is a full defined brow. Otherwise, you're looking at alternatives like penciling it in or doing microneedling or some of these other treatments to try and help augment the lack of brows. And so these are your official claims for both the lashes and the brows. Now, one thing to note here, never, ever, ever say any derivation of the word grow. We don't say grow, growing, growth. We don't make any growth claims with this product. These are the claims right here we make. And these are the claims you want to make. What do people want with their lashes? They want longer lashes. They want fuller lashes. They want healthier lashes. And that is a claim that we can guarantee through our clinical studies. So it's going to strengthen, it's going to nourish, it's going to condition. I'm going to, when we get into the ingredients, I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth on how we're doing all this. But it's important to know that it's a lightweight formula because afterwards you're going to want to put on your mascara. And so you want something that's not going to be irritating. It's going to be lightweight. So mindfully formulated. If I remember right, one of the questions that was sent in was, I'm just pulling them up on my phone so I can see them myself, is it safe for sensitive eyes? This formula is. It not only has been ophthalmologist tested to guarantee that, but we've also created a formula to exclude all of harmful or unhelpful ingredients. A lot of times, this was more common back in the day. People would put fillers into their product. Our consumer base has become more knowledgeable, so that's not as common now. But it is common to find ingredients that people have concerns with. And so this is a worry-free ingredient formula that especially doesn't have harmful things like prostaglandins. So you can see that the last ingredient on that list. And in fact, that actually was another one of the questions that was asked, is there any harmful ingredients in there? And it actually talked about why do some formulas not recommend applying the product to the lower lashes? They only apply to the upper. Prostaglandin is an excellent example of both of those questions. I'm going to give you a little background to answer this, to give you a little history behind prostaglandin. So I train on our products. I love our products. I've been with the company for forever. And I love to also test what's out there so that I am a product of the product and I know the competition. About 4 years or so ago, I tested another product out in the industry that had prostaglandins in it. And unfortunately, I was part of that slice of the demographic that had a reaction to that ingredient in the form of permanent damage. There was a discoloration mark to my skin permanently underneath the eye from applying it to the lower lash. And I had a permanent discoloration of the color of my iris. There are major lawsuits that were happening to deal with that issue. I didn't get in on those lawsuits, although maybe I should have. But can I tell you how devastating it is to try a product and to have it cause permanent damage that is irreversible, that you can't fix? Every morning I get up and do all of my magic tricks trying to cover up that permanent discoloration scar, if you will, to my skin. The iris is just, there's nothing I can do about that. I guess I could get colored contacts, but we don't have those ingredients. Those are the prostaglandin types of ingredients that cause that type of damage, and is also one of the reasons why some companies don't recommend applying to the lower lash. Our ingredients are healthy, they're good, they're tested, they're ophthalmologist tested, they're clinically tested, so that you can have a good formula that you feel confident using. All right, this is my favorite part. I love talking about the science. I love talking about our ingredients. So the biotin oil tripeptide one, that one, and the myristoyl pentapeptide, these are two peptides that are going in to really help strengthen the anchoring point of your hair. And so not only is it helping with all the things that we're claiming, but peptides are actually amino acids. They're the building blocks that are needed for proteins in your skin and in your hair. And so we're providing these types of ingredients specifically in this scenario to go in and help strengthen that anchoring point. Because if your lash is falling out easy, then obviously that's going to affect the look of your lashes and brows overall. And even if you're getting professional treatments done, like let's say you're going to a professional technician for lash extensions. Well, the more lashes you have there, the more ability the technician has to glue the extensions into, because they actually glue false lashes and anchor them into the lashes that are currently there. So by strengthening that lash, you're actually giving your technician more to work with. So we've got ingredients like that. We've also got ingredients like the clover and other peptides that are going into soothe and calm and actually moisturize as well. Um, we don't want irritation in that area, but also, and the larchwood also comes into this as well, and the Camellia sinensis. Let me give you an example. There's other professional treatments you can get, like lash tinting or lash, oh my gosh, I always want to call it lash lift, lash tinting and lash lift. And lash lift, they're using chemicals to kind of give you a perm on your lashes. Now, it's not going to be a tight perm like we used to do way back in the day, but it's just providing a slight curl to your lash, and it's using chemicals to do that. The lash tinting is going into essentially like people with gray hair who dye their hair. You're essentially doing the same thing with a lash lift. So people who have maybe very pale blonde lashes might get a lash tint to make it brown or darker so that the lashes are more visible. Again, this is using chemicals. And so chemicals these chemicals used in lash lift and lash curl treatments over time can be drying and damaging to the lashes. And so these types of ingredients with the clover, the larchwood, those are going to condition your lashes and your brows to help nourish them. So even when you're getting some of these other treatments, you're augmenting the results that you can get with this. And so you can see how this whole ingredient deck is stacking on top of each other to help anchor the lashes, to help some of the myristoyl pentapeptide. Another benefit of there is helping to reduce breakage. The more your lashes or your brows are dry or brittle and break off, the more damaging it is to the overall look, as well as again with these treatments having something to work with. And so we're really going into strengthen to prevent the breakage, to condition, to moisturize, and it's all of this combined together that's delivering these visible results of longer, beautiful lashes. All right, so let's talk about some of the clinical studies. Not only do we do our own clinical studies, which is quite unique, we have multiple labs in our smallest of all of our labs, we have over $2 million worth of equipment in just that lab alone. And we've got multiple labs, not only in this location, but throughout the world as well. And so we do our own clinical tests, and then we do third-party validation as well. So there's never a question of, ethical concerns with the claims that we're making. Now, one thing that I love about this 12 months that it took us this long because instead of like most companies do, they like just look at the competition and then they're like, okay, we got to compete with these guys. So let's create this formula. We compete with ourselves. So instead of looking at the competition, we created like 4 or 5, I think it was 4, it could have been 5 total formulas that our scientists were like, oh my gosh, I like this one the best. And another scientist was like, oh, I like this one the best. So we're creating formulas, and then we pit them against each other and do clinical studies to test these formulas until one of those surfaced as the one that was delivering the best results. And so we took an entire year to develop multiple formulas, then test them and see which one was performing the very best. And then you can see here with our clinical studies, the amazing results that were coming back with 101% improvement in the appearance, the visible improvement in length, the improvement in eyebrow appearance. Eyebrow length, you see that one kind of low, which is good. We don't want bushy, terrible eyebrows that you're trimming. We just want fuller, thicker looking eyebrows. And then here you can see a self-perception clinical study we did. what I like about this is we are our own worst critics, aren't we? We are terrible to ourselves sometimes. We'll try something, we'll look in the mirror and we're like, I don't see anything. And so I actually sometimes like these clinical studies better than the others, just because it shows the people who are the worst critics giving their feedback on a product. And so you can see amazing results there in the hundreds and the 90s, really great responses there. At the end of the day, we did this type of clinical where we take the original lashes and assign them a blue color. And after 4 weeks, we'd put in the lashes. We assign a purple color to the lashes at week 4. So day 0 is blue, week 4 is purple. You can clearly see why at week 4, we're making these claims of promoting visibly longer lashes, longer looking lashes, fuller lashes, etc. I absolutely love this picture. I think we have one more that I'm going to show you in a minute. But how to take a before and after picture. I forgot we had a video. Watch this. Okay, a couple of things I want to point out from that video. The angle. The angle is so important. Actually, before the angle, those little white patches. You can get those from Amazon or an Ulta or Sephora. They're fairly easy, fairly inexpensive. And here's why I recommend those. It makes it look a little bit more clinical. So our legal team is approving them easier. I'm recommending it purely for the approval with our legal team. So once you get those patches, then the angle becomes the next most important thing. If you take it straight on, the lash isn't hitting the white patch to really show it off. If you're slightly angled down or your camera is slightly angling down to you, one or the other, then your lash then hits that white patch and shows up really, really well. So the before and the after becomes very apparent. So angle, I'm using those white patches. I also recommend not using the white patches, so taking one of each, and that's just straight on. I'd like to get as many before and afters as you can. In fact, I'd try for like 10 or so before and afters and submit them all to legal. By having multiple versions, you're more likely to get one of those versions approved. Now, it's not required to get your before and after pictures approved through our legal team, but I highly, highly recommend it because nothing is worse than having this amazing momentum building with your before and after picture and being one of the unlucky people that our compliance team catches and makes you pull it for whatever reason. And so if you just get it approved beforehand, you never lose that momentum and you hit the ground running. And so just take multiple pictures, send them in, or even just send one in. If it doesn't get approved, you've got a bunch of backups that you can send in. So the angle, the white patches, taking a couple of different versions that you have to submit, and your before and after is so important because the people who you're selling this product to, it's you they trust. It's you that they know. It's you that they're going to buy the product from. And if they're seeing your before and after picture, that's what's going to sell the product faster than anything for you. So here's a look at some of our before and afters. I'll just click through these very fast. You can see an amazing difference. I love this one. One time somebody wanted to pull this one from our lineup of before and afters available. And I was like, no, you guys, you don't get what's going on here. We talked about all of these nourishing ingredients that build up the health of the lash. Look in the baseline picture, the color of the lashes versus the after picture at 12 weeks. Like they are vibrant, brown, beautiful color, which is much more visible. So I love that. Again, there's a ton of these. You can find all of these on our Smug Mug. So here's a great one without the white patches where you can see a great difference. Oh, no makeup. Legal is going to instantly reject your before and after if you have makeup. So no makeup. And also notice how in this picture, this is actually Kathy, our vice president of marketing here. So notice in this picture, she's cut out all of the distractions. There's no hair, there's no neck, there's no clothes, there's no clothing, there's no earrings. All the distractions are gone. It's just focusing on the eyes. So great tip there. So like I said, you can get these on our SmugMug account. Just go in and search for Lash Serum, Lash Plus Brow Serum.
And let me
We've got a
ask you
ton.
now, so in a lot of the before and afters, I've been seeing, the healthier lashes, like you're saying, but there's almost like the darker tint. Are any of those ingredients specific to be able to tint them, or is that just what's happening as a natural byproduct of them being healthier?
It is the natural byproduct of them being healthier. When
Awesome.
your hair is well, there's multiple things that can damage our hair, right? So for example, I put myself through college by lifeguarding. I loved it. It was so much fun. I had a great tan. I met people. It was social. It was fun. But boy, did I damage my hair, my lashes, my brows, my hair. Like after that first year, like hair was actually breaking off. It was so brittle and dry. And that is the same with your lashes and with your brows. Stress can actually damage it. Illnesses can damage it. And you'll often see people who the tone and the color, you just lose the vibrancy when this damage, when your body is experiencing this damage, whether it's external forces like pollution or chlorine from a swimming pool, or it's internal sources like hormones or stress or illnesses. It can damage the tone and color and vibrancy and brightness and health of the lash. And so it's the overall formula working together to help promote the health of your lashes and brows. So
Love that. Okay.
all right, I think we hit all of these tips. Don't make any claims under week 4. Legal won't allow that because our clinical studies start at week 4. So same lighting, same angles, no photoshopping, and you are going to get those before and after pictures approved. This is just an example of on the left side, the angle is terrible. On the right side, the angle is amazing. And so you can see the lashes. Okay. This is just a video running in the background. We had so many people confused about application, how you use it. There's no mystery, just unscrew the top and you just take a swipe across your brows, a swipe across the upper lid, and a swipe across the lower lid. You're going above the lashes right here on the top and below the lashes right there on the bottom. You don't want to get too close to the eye because even water in your eye. I was showering the other day and I opened my eyes in the water and I was like, oh, that kind of stings. And it's water in my eye. So, anything can be irritating to your eye. So that's why we're going under the lash right there and then above the lash on the top. Okay. Again, here's a great before and after picture with no white patches. Oh, here's the second one. I knew we had 2 of these. I just love these because these clinically validate where you can 100% see the difference at 4 weeks with the lashes. Okay. We talked about application. You should use it twice a day. I didn't mention that before. Okay, a common question we get, and one that I saw, Sierra, that you sent us is it safe? Can I use it if I have contacts? Can I use it? Another question you sent us was, what about people who have extensions? Let me talk about contacts first or sensitive eyes. Yes, because it's ophthalmologist tested, we can claim that it is safe for use with people who are wearing eye contacts or have sensitive eyes. Now, extensions. We did not test this on people who have extensions. Certain glues react different to certain ingredients in the formulas. Our R&D feels like this is a very safe formula to use with extensions, but because we haven't done the clinical testing and especially we haven't tested all the different types of glues that can be used for extensions, we recommend that you consult your technician first. And we've got our ingredient deck is readily available. You can find that on our website or on the product information page. And then this last question just referred to earlier when we were talking about prostaglandins and other harmful ingredients. We don't use those ingredients in our product. So One tip I like to throw in there is if we're going to take the time to really help you promote these longer, fuller, beautiful lashes, let's target the whole eye area. And the way to do that is combine your LumiSpa with a little accent tip and Idealize. Idealize is going to target the dark circles and puffiness, and then Bright Eyes is going to target that as well at a lesser level, but moisturize. So dry skin is a magnifying glass for the signs of aging, like lines and wrinkles. So we're going to moisturize to hydrate and plump the skin, and then the higher levels of ingredients to target dark circles and puffiness are in the Ideal Eyes, and then Curl and Lash Mascara. And after 4 to 12 weeks, your eyes are going to have a huge transformation. Very beautiful. Okay, let's see, pricing, an amazing price point at $72. We've got bundle kits that are available as well with the 8 packs and I think it was an 18 pack. And assets that are available. If you've got your phone, you can just click on this. It'll take you straight to some of our assets. And then also we've got a landing page. If you click again with your phone, this will take you straight to our landing page that has many of those assets here as well. Okay. Ciara, did I miss any of the questions?
Oh my God, I was just going through them all. I'm like, I think we got them all and then some. I guess the one thing I would add when we were talking about it being safe, and I think you covered this as far as them saying it's rather safe with all the ingredients, but for pregnant or nursing moms, I would say safe to use. But since that was not tested, what do we see there?
Thank you. I did not want to forget that. We do not test any of our products on pregnant women or nursing women for obvious reasons. It even sounds wrong to test a product on a pregnant woman. And so we always recommend for all of our products, this one included, please consult your physician. We design all of our products to be safe and healthy for the majority of the population. But just because you'll find with Nu Skin, and I love this about us, if we don't have a clinical study to prove it, we don't claim it. And we do when we don't do clinical studies on pregnant women. So please consult your physician just to be safe.
I love that. Okay. And then same would probably go for those that are undergoing something like radiation or chemotherapy and
Yes.
really looking for a longer lash, consult with your oncologist.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Good. And I would definitely recommend it in those scenarios if your physician is approving it, because in those scenarios, your body's facing a lot and could benefit from those conditioning and nourishing ingredients. So
I love that. Yes. And, and others that I've known that have gone through it with lash extensions, the eyelashes fall out faster when they're dealing with that. So this could be something that could be helpful. Okay. And then let's see, I had one other question. Drawing a blank right now. I'm so excited on cloud nine. So many people that need this at such an incredible price point. I guess I would say, for long-term use, what does that look like? Once people have the lashes that they want, it would still be a twice daily application, as long as you want those healthy lashes, correct?
Yeah, that's right. It would be so wonderful if we could take a magic pill and it cure us forever of anything.
Yes.
That's not how life works. And so whether it's lines and wrinkles or how our health and wellness or our lashes, we're going to deliver amazing benefits. And to continue seeing those amazing benefits, you need to continue dosing your lashes with the ingredients that are providing those results. And so, you continue using it for as long as you want to see those benefits. And at week 4, you'll start to see them. And at week 12, you're seeing some of the best benefits.
So exciting. Okay. Yeah. And I didn't even realize one I had been using for years, when I Googled it, did have prostaglandins. And I went, wow, well, when you know better, you do better, right?
Yeah. And some people are fine. My mom tested that product at the same time I did, and she had 0 reactions. And then me, I had the permanent lifetime I'm a little bit of a drama queen about it, but it's like, it was devastating to me at the time. I was like, I permanently discolored my skin.
I would never have guessed. And I've seen you up close and personal. You're beautiful. But that's the thing, right? I mean, what a wild deal. And I do love that about New Skin. With 20 years with the company, I can always trust that the ingredients are amazing, and doing a deep dive on them, I think, is important for people to know what we have and how cool of an incredible product we have that we're launching. So thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah,
think we covered all the questions within your presentation.
perfect.
Looking at
I
some
have,
that were fielded through live, and I think we've got them all. So if you guys have
okay,
burning questions, whether you're watching on Zoom or you're watching the broadcast on OTG Live, I will collect those that don't get answered and we'll get them to Anjanelle too, so that she can help us with those.
perfect,
Um,
perfect.